Hello, hello. Sorry for being a couple minutes late. If you're just coming in, I'd love for you to say hi. I'm gonna get things a little bit more set up, but thank you for coming by. I'm gonna get my bullet journal stuff and then we'll start on that. And yeah, you can feel free to do some reading, some crafting, whatever you want to do for this. Let me see. Gotta go get my journaling stuff and then figure out how I'm gonna do the setup in here with where I'm gonna put all my stuff for journaling. But yeah. Where's the music? I'm gonna put on some like ambient music in the background. Okay. Perfect. And then I'll also probably listen to an audiobook while I write my bullet journal. That way I can be like productive for those ways. So yeah. Hi, I'm attempting to write a poem. LOL, have had writer's block lately. Oh no! I hope that improves for you. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you'll find some inspiration, maybe take a break and do something else and go back to it. That might help. But hello, I'm working on my book journal. Hi, I love that for you. I'm gonna work on mine too. I just left all my materials in another room, so I have to go get those, but I'll get them in a minute. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I really hope the best for your writing endeavors, so good luck with that. Hi, hello. I'm gonna be doing some work on my bullet journal and then I'll be listening to an audiobook. But yeah, I'm gonna go get my stuff. I'll get started in a couple of minutes and we can do some sprints. Hold on. Yeah, hold on 1 second. But we'll get started and I'm gonna actually get set up with the first sprint. And so that way I can go get my stuff and get everything settled in because I was rushing a little bit for this. But yeah, I've been reading City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards and playing Happy Color. Ooh, I love that for you. Okay, let me go get my stuff. I'll get the timer set up first though. And then as people come in, of course, you can message and all of that. Let me know what you're gonna get up to during these sprints. If you're gonna do some crafting or reading, I'd love to hear what you get up to. But let me put on the first sprint and then I'm gonna go for like 20 minutes just to get started, just to get my stuff and get my bearings a little bit. So we'll do that. And then from there, see how that goes. Okay, share screen. Sure. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we'll get started with like 20 minutes. If anyone else joins, of course, I'll like be happy to answer their stuff. Hi, I'm gonna read AJ Finn's The Woman in the Window for a while before I head to bed. Nice. I love that for you. How are you liking that? I haven't heard really anything about it, but it sounds interesting. Sounds like a little bit of a thriller maybe, so exciting stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get started and then let's set up the timer. Let's do 20-minute sprint first, and then we'll check in, see how everyone is doing. And if the music is bothering anyone or you want me to change it up, just let me know and I can definitely do that. So yeah. Let's get started. Hello. If you're just joining, I can actually leave the music on. Just let me lower the background noise. There we go. If you're just joining me, hi, welcome. I am working on my bullet journal in this sprint, but I'd love to know if you're just joining in, what you're up to, and I just want to say hi to everyone. Okay, so before I started the sprint, Nina mentioned that the book they're reading is a thriller. I just started, so I cannot say my opinion yet. Fair enough. It'll be interesting to see what you end up thinking of it as you go further into it. The bad part about working from home is that my knitting projects are all staring at me. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll have some time during these sprints or just throughout the weekend to get some crafting done and some knitting specifically. So hopefully you'll get to some of those projects. Hey, I'm still editing a booktube video. It's at the 1 hour 32 minute mark with 3 hours of footage left to edit. It's probably going to be a 4-hour video. Oh my goodness. Kudos to you. The longest video I've ever made, I think, was like 1 hour 15. And wow, that took me ages to edit. I have a video that's hopefully going to go out later today. It was supposed to go up earlier, but did not happen. But I'm currently editing it, and I don't know, it's like 4 or 5 hours of editing already, and it's only 20 minutes of content so far. So I can't even imagine editing a 4-hour video. That sounds like it would take so long. Kudos to you though, like such stamina that you have to be able to do this. But yeah, I'll briefly show you. So this is my bullet journal right here. This is what it looks like. Hold on, I'm really far away. There we go. This is one that I'm experimenting with because I've never done a bullet journal before. So it's my first time trying it out. And I haven't fully figured out what all the spreads are going to be, but we'll see what ends up happening with it. I'm still working on the spreads and stuff. I know that we're almost at the end of the year. I started this in like mid-year, so it's just my first experiment with it. But yeah, this is what the front of it looks like. I really love just the decorations that I put on it, and then this is the back. Oh, oops. Yeah, this is the back. There's a word there that I should not be showing on camera, but yeah, I really love it. I definitely am going to be doing more bullet journals in the future. I just thought that I wasn't creative enough. For a long time, I thought I wasn't creative enough to have a bullet journal, to be crafting and all of that. And it's something that I've been like challenging myself to do more recently, and something that I've just kind of figured out that like is not true. Like anyone can be creative and anyone can craft. So yeah, even if you're not big at this, big in crafting, like I think that it's still something that new people can give it a go. So yeah, hoping to be part of that representation here. 4 hours. Wow. I've done sprints for over 11 hours once. That's my longest. And kudos to you, Amanda, for doing over 11 hours. That's wild to me. I think my longest sprints that I've done live is like 4 hours before. Almost 4 hours. And then my longest video, like I mentioned, was 1 hour, but it does take a lot of stamina for that. Creativity is a skill. Definitely have to keep working for it to thrive. Yes, definitely. That's how I feel. That's what I'm working at. We're working on, this is not going to be my best bullet journal ever, but it's my first foray into it. And I'll probably still keep using it into 2026 because I started it mid-year. So, we'll just use some of the spreads going further into 2026 and go from there. I'm not going to start fresh at the very beginning of the year until I figure out more of what I like for it. Maybe I'll do a new one for like 2027 because that way it'll give me some time to experiment and see what I like. Thanks. It was a great way to end my readathon. You definitely are a trooper. I respect that so much. It's part 3 of me outlining a new book, but in this video, I finally finished the outline for Acts 3 and 4. It's a book set in Iraq, mostly. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's really, wow. The outline for Acts 3 and 4. Wow. Sounds like a lot. I'm also reading Henry V by Shakespeare. You are taking a lot on, Sean. I respect that for you so much, though. But yeah, that's really wild. Let's see. Oh, the Pomodoro Kitty's about to like start. Hold on one second. That's very impressive because I think that Shakespeare's work also requires a certain amount of like attention to detail with it and processing. So I'm not the most creative. My videos are pretty standard and not really out of the box. I have a hard time thinking of creative ideas for videos. I am creative in the sense that I have a lot of like fresh ideas for videos all the time. Like, and I love messing with thumbnails. Like, I had a great time. I made the thumbnail for these sprints like pretty quickly, but I had a great time just fiddling with things like online. I'm good at that, but things that are like a craft, like bullet journaling and things beyond like reading or writing, I struggle with, which is why we're out here experimenting. But yeah, I definitely get that. It can be hard to like exercise those creative muscles for sure, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Even when it can be frustrating sometimes, I enjoy it. So, quick update on what I've been doing because I've just been doing a lot of yabbering right now, but I'm updating my spread for the books that I've read in 2025. Let me see. That's like the first spread that I have. So I have 2025 books read, the title, author, and the rating, and I'm updating that. I literally cannot see this because my box is so small. Barely. But yeah, this is kind of what the spread looks like. I took a lot of inspiration from a friend of mine that has a bullet journal, and she does bullet journaling videos. So yeah, I'm filling in, I'm like over here. I'm super behind. I haven't had time to update this in like months. So yeah, I'm updating books I've read, and then I'm gonna add in like the star ratings. Yeah, that's what I've been working on right now. I was quickly getting, why is it running the time? Oh, it's not running the time. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, I've been working on this. I was kind of getting set up at the beginning of the last sprint because unexpectedly had some things that I had to get done before starting, but yeah. If you want fresh ideas, you might consider checking out the types of videos done in different YouTube communities and see if those can be adjusted to be a book-related video. Yes, completely agree. I feel like there can be a lot of cool overlap with like other trends or just video ideas from other communities that can be adapted to the book community. I think that's always interesting. And that muscle can really be exercised a lot if you do like reels or TikToks, especially because you like that short form content, so it's a lot less pressure. And yeah, it can be like adapted over to content ideas for YouTube. I think I like always want to be sharing recommendations and this and that and the other thing, but I do like to have a little bit of variety and mix things up from time to time. I've heard of the Chestnut Springs series and the Rose Hill series by Elsie Silver are being adapted, which I'm excited for. This spurs me on to do a reading vlog for the rest of her books that I have. Ooh, that would be fun. I really love reading vlogs. I'm terrible about keeping up with them and making them myself, which is why I don't release a lot of them, but I think that they're a lot of fun to take on. But yeah, I think cozy reading vlogs and just trying things outside of our comfort zone is always fun. But yeah, we'll get started again in just a minute. I'm sorry for all the yapping, but just wanted to catch up with everyone. So I'm gonna finish updating this spread right here, and then I'll move on to my Goodreads challenge thing. These boxes, I gotta fill them in. I've only filled in the first 3 books of the genres that I read because I'm trying to track what genres I typically read. And then, yeah, kind of working on some of these other spreads. Some things require some printing, so I won't be doing that right now. I'll do printing off camera, and then maybe I'll glue those in my sprints tomorrow. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. And let's get started. We'll do like another 20 minutes right now in just a second, but I'd love to know if you guys have any other thoughts, or yeah, if you want to share any ideas for different crafts I could try out, or different video ideas that we can all collectively kind of look into or try out. I think that this is really fun. This is very useful. So yeah, just feel free to share it whenever you want. I also love long sprints if you do those. Yeah, I haven't really done really long sprints because I'm a full-time like graduate level student, so I'm kind of busy, and then I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life. It's a little bit chaotic. I'd love to do some longer sprints at some point, but it would probably have to be when I'm on break from just my classes and everything, because it's a lot for sure. But I love joining other people's long sprints because then I can do all my studying, whatever else I need to get done. My besties love to diamond paint if that's something you're interested in. I'm nervous because I've tried like doing things like painting by number and stuff, and it's not gone well for me. But I definitely want to practice painting some more and trying some diamond painting. That could be interesting. Okay, let's get started with the sprint. We'll do another like 20 minutes and then check back in. I think that's kind of working for everyone so far. Hello, hello, welcome back. Hi. Hello, beautiful crafty people. Yes, remember to hydrate, feed yourself, check the laundry, take meds, do anything you need to do, stretch. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. And yeah, if you feel so inclined, feel free to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for sharing. I am so excited that you joined us. Wow, perfect timing for me to rejoin. Yes, you did get here at the perfect time because we're now taking a break from the sprint, but I'm just filling in. I'm working on this spread right now. So this is like my bookshelfie. So these are going to be basically, hopefully, all filled by the end of the year, and it's books that I've read this year. So I write them in, and then I like shade them in the color of the cover, basically. So I think it just looks really aesthetically pleasing. I'm loving like the rainbow vibe it's giving, so definitely here. Hi Kay, you're everywhere. Oh yes, but we love to see it. And thank you for that reminder to hydrate. I went in the middle of the sprint to go pick up my water bottle because I left it in the other room. So I have been hydrating during the sprints. I appreciate the reminder always. But yeah, I am making some progress. I did finish that other spread, which is just basically listing out all the books that I've read in 2025. So this is the spread. I'm up to date. I've read 55 books this year so far. So that's where we're at. Kay is so good at reminders. Yes, they are helpful. So yeah, I think I've read 55 books. Maybe I've read a few more, but I forgot to count them. But yeah, I'm marking 55 books read so far this year. I have to still fill in like the star ratings here, but I just wanted to move on to another spread. So that's why I was working on that spread that I showed you, which is my bookshelfie, and shading those in because it's a little bit like just coloring. So yeah, we got this going on. And it's me just like filling in the titles and coloring, which is kind of what I wanted to do right now anyway. So that's what I'm up to. In a little bit, I might switch over to just doing some coloring because there's some aspects of the bullet journal that I am not ready to fill in yet. I do have these spreads for my physical TBR books, which I have like 10 different spreads of like 20 books in each. Oops. Yeah, don't quote me on that exactly, but I've got a lot of spreads with like 10 books on each page. So I have a lot of physical books on my TBR, and I need to mark some of those off. So I'm going to go through and see which ones I've read and which ones I haven't. I know this isn't typically part of like a bullet journal thing, but I did want to include it in mine because I'm really bad about actually reading my physical TBR books. So I thought that this would be something that could carry over not just from 2025, but also into like 2026, 27 going forward. My fiance Ray is working on dinner for us. Chili cheese fries it is. Ooh, I love that. That sounds so tasty and so nice that your fiance is making dinner for you. Well, for both of you, of course. I have to figure out what I'm going to end up eating for dinner soon, but yeah. We'll see what ends up happening with that. It's a little bit early here still, so definitely have time to figure it out. It's like 6 o'clock my time, because I'm in Eastern Standard. So yeah, the break's about to end, so we'll do. Oh my god, hello! Hold on, let me pause this. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello.
Hello. Sorry, I think you probably saw I was having a little bit of technical difficulties.
I don't know if you messaged about it or if you were just like struggling with that there, but
It took me a second.
Welcome.
After to find you or to on Instagram to message or just figure it out, and we figured it out.
Awesome. Yeah, but if not, you can always message me on Instagram. It's the same at Reading Wordsmith. I am more than willing to help. I know it's so tricky. My first time I streamed, I had such a hard time figuring everything out. And like adding people to the stage and all of that, it's like confusing. So, but hi, how are you?
Doing good. Yeah. I am like a little hectic. I got off work and then I was like, I worked from home, and so I need to leave the house. So I went to Target and then also picked up dinner. So
No, for sure. What time zone are you in right now? Are you in like Central or?
I'm Eastern.
Oh, I'm also Eastern. Perfect. Okay. But I'm Jackie, by the way, in case that wasn't like written everywhere. I know that I have like my username as my name on YouTube as well, but hello, hi. Hi, new person I'm not familiar with yet. Do you have a channel too? Yeah, feel free to plug yourself. Go for it.
I have what was once a channel. I tried starting, I think it was 3 years ago. And so I'm Lynn's Romance Library. I have a mostly defunct Instagram and a mostly defunct YouTube. Every once in a while I'll pop in stories or add something. But yeah, mostly I'll pop on lives if I see something. Tiffany and I, Tiffany at Neverland Pixie /Tiff Talks Pages,
yes,
had a lovely stretch of like, I think it was like 6 months to a year where we were doing like monthly reading sprints and hangouts that really just evolved into us chatting.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm a little more behind the scenes than some creators, but there is stuff out there that you can find, but nothing super recent.
That's okay. I first started my page, like my Instagram 5 years ago. So I've been at it a while. And then YouTube I started and then stopped because I started like 3 or 4 years ago, and then I posted like 2 or 3 videos. They were terrible. They're privated. Do not look for them. And then I restarted this year. Hi, Jackie and friends. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're doing well, Karina. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hi, Karina. Hi, Amanda. Can you put your channel in the comments? I'll go follow. Yeah, if you want to share, you are more than welcome to add it there. You can comment, right? You should be good for that, right?
Yeah. Okay. I think I need to. I'll figure that out. I used to have it tagged, but
if not, let me see.
A while since I've popped on StreamYard, so it doesn't remember me.
Oh, gotcha. Let me see. Hold on, Liz. Let me see if I can just add it in, because that would be.
We'll see which one of us gets there first.
Oh my goodness. It's like trying to log me out of my account right now. No. Okay.
It just doesn't like either of us.
It's my Google. I had to reset my password earlier today because I forgot it again. No, please. I don't need to I don't need to put my home address in. Please. Thank you. Okay. Yes, it is. Lynn Romance Library. There we go. There, it should be in the comments now anyway. I know it can be a little bit difficult to add in comments when you're the guest too. So sorry, we're figuring this all out right now, but I hope that everyone has been Google is doing the most to you right now. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. It can be tricky, but I got back into my account. It was fine. Like 2 seconds.
I think it's finally.
Yeah. Well, but thank you for joining me. You were saying something? I was just saying, thank you so much for joining me. I know that you're a little bit more of a lurker, so.
Yeah, I definitely. Oh, there we go. Now I got it.
I always think it's fun to.
It took a little bit. I think I'll.
Hi. Perfect.
Yeah.
You got it! Yay!
But yeah.
What kind of crafting do you do?
So I have a reading journal that I go in. I mean, I do small updates, and then I do like the big spread on the beginning of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So varying degrees of artistic talent with that, but I have fun with it. And then my big craft that I'm obsessed with currently is knitting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, I don't know how to sew, crochet, knit, any of those things. I'd love to learn, but yeah, I have not figured that out yet.
That one, I fully think that you need to have someone to help get you started because there's just too many things that can go awry.
Well, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna be that person to accidentally stab myself with the needles or something. Like, I'm not good with this.
Honestly, I mean, you can have needles out of different materials. So I'm a wood and bamboo type person. So they're not that dangerous. I mean, the people who use metal, like I tried metal and my fingers would hurt because I would be like, just like mini like pokes with the needle every time I was knitting. It's like, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, no. The metal, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna work on right now?
So I have a hat that I'm getting ready to start. But one of the things that you have to do is you have to make sure that you're not going to end up with too gappy of a fabric. And so I'm testing that I have the right combination of yarn and needles and stuff. So it's not super exciting. It's just a little tester, but I'm hoping that I can finish that tonight so that tomorrow I can start the actual hat.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on my bullet journal right now, and then I might switch to do some coloring because I have to print stuff out for some of the spreads, and I'm not going to do that on stream. But yeah, I'm just more chilling with the vibes. I'm also listening to an audiobook as I go. And if the music is bothering you at all, just let me know. I can always switch it up or turn it
fine. Yeah, or I'll just turn off my speaker. But chances are, I just got back from the grocery store to pick up a quick dinner. But so chances are the first one I'll just be getting some food anyway. So
yeah. How long do you? I was doing 20-minute sprints, but how long do you? 20 minutes is good. Okay. All right, so we can do 20 minutes, get started. Oh, also Sean says, hi, Lynn. Hi, Sean. But yeah, we can get started. I have to figure out what I'm going to eat, so I might pause mid-sprint and figure that out.
Nice. Yeah.
Let's get started. Okay, how did that go for everyone so far?
I got part 1 of dinner done, so that's not crafty, but also needed.
Nice. I got something frozen out. I was like, let me just put this in, and it's like cooking in the background. I'm like, that's fine. I checked on it a couple times. It's fine. I was like, I'm not in the mood to actually cook today.
Yeah, I had some leftovers, and then I stopped by the store and I picked up stuff to make a salad and fried chicken.
Nice.
The grocery was doing a lot to help dinner.
For sure. Yeah. I went grocery shopping like a couple days ago. So I'm still pretty fresh with my groceries, luckily.
That's good.
I got a little bit more done in this. I'm like filling out all the covers in here of the books that I've read. I got a little bit more done, but I still have quite a few left to fill in. Because I haven't updated this in like 3 months. Did I mention that?
That's a lot of updates. I keep mine the simplest I can. So I got this, I forget what her name was.
Mm-hmm.
But she's no longer posting. But she did where you do kind of like a little calendar date for the book and then you write the title next to it. And then sometimes I'll put an author, sometimes I won't, just depends on how likely I think I am to remember it. And then the genre and a star rating. And then I have kind of a summary table that's just the, I have 4 categories. I have the medium, so physical, audio, ebook, and where I got it from, and then the genres or subgenres and stars. And so then I can look at my month at a glance.
Oh, nice. I do like a lot of, I make my own spreads and everything because I'm like experimenting with this and trying to be as creative with it and using stickers and stuff. And I mentioned it earlier, but I don't know if you were on yet, but I'm probably going to like continue using some of the spreads from this next year because, it's a lot to be constantly doing a new journal every year. Like kudos to the people that can do that. And I'll start a new one like in 27.
Yeah.
But I'm also experimenting. It's my first time having a bullet journal, so I'm trying to figure out which spreads like I like and which ones I don't and what I'm going to actually keep going in the future. But I do have like my monthly TBRs and stuff too written in.
Yeah, this is my 3rd full year of doing a bullet journal for a reading journal. So
okay.
I have my system locked in, and I don't do a bunch of like the upfront challenges. I don't do anything like, it's really just I have a monthly pretty spread. If I feel inclined, it's a TBR. Sometimes it'll be kind of a bingo style or scavenger hunt style, but it'll be some sort of like fun thing. And then I put on the other side of that spread 2 categories, which is basically, did I do anything fun and bookish? And then my favorite reads of the month.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then the rest of it is just very bare bones. What books did I read? What stars? And kind of what the stats are of it. And then at the end of the year, I kind of compilate all those monthly stats into yearly stats.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm more complicated. I track on Goodreads, on Storygraph. My friend's been trying to get me to use Pagebound Co. They're like a new company that also tracks stuff, and they're working on making an app too. Because I know that Storygraph and Goodreads are the only ones that have apps besides like Fabled, but I don't like to use Fabled. But I'm on too many things. I'm trying to track on too many things. So that's why the bullet journal gets neglected, because I'm like, I can barely write my reviews and what I'm currently reading on Goodreads and Storygraph. Everything else is just when I can. I do like pick monthly TBRs, and so I have a very complicated system. I have like a TBR jar and then a title jar, so I pick from my physical TBR specific ones. Hold on, let me pause the kitty. But I have been reading all the ones that are like prompts, but I haven't been reading like the physical title ones just because I run out of time every month. But
Yeah.
you know, it's to add a challenge. It's to help me pick books out because I'm very indecisive. That's the biggest thing for me. I'm like, I don't have to stick to this 100%, but it'll give me an idea.
Yeah, I think what I struggle with is I don't have the time when I set up at the beginning of the month to think like, what are my priorities? And I don't necessarily like focus that much on new releases. I found that the more I followed authors, the less likely I was to pick up a new release by them. So I stopped pretty much following authors. And every once in a while I'll see something like specifically that someone's sharing that I'm like, ooh, I want that. But otherwise it's just kind of like vibes, what's interesting. I mostly get my, like, when I need like a bout of inspiration, I'll walk Barnes and Noble or a local bookstore and say, okay, what new things have popped out that I'm interested in? And most of the time it's Trad Pub, and it sorely disappoints me for what I'm looking for, but that's where I get the most inspiration, is when I can physically browse.
I'm so excited. I'm going to the bookstore tomorrow before sprints, like during the day. And I'm excited. I meet with a book club. So we're going for book club before, and then after I'm coming home for sprints and everything. But I love going through the bookstore. I don't do that enough. I think that I'm so influenced now by like bookish social media. I've been following Jen and Book Refuge for a long time, and a bunch of other creators. Like, I've been on the book internet space as a lurker before I had any pages or any channels, anything like that, for probably as a lurker like 8 to 10 years. So like, I am so influenced by that now going into a bookstore is like such a rarity for me, but I love it so much, getting to explore that way and not have like, well, this person said this about this and that person said that about that. So I did get also a couple of blind dates with a book from my local Barnes and Noble recently, and one of them is a book I've never heard of, and I'm so excited for it. It's like about a coffee shop in an alternate reality. I'm very excited.
That sounds cool. Yeah, I have the fun thing where I love tropes or I should say I like subgenres that are just not the wave right now, and so I love paranormal, and I specifically like 2000s 2010s paranormal, which is not what's currently being published at all.
Like what's one of your favorite ones? Let's so what your taste is.
Cressley Cole's Immortals After Dark series, Side Changeling series. Those are the two big ones. I've tried some of the other classics. I tried Sherilyn Kenyon's Hunter World. That wasn't my favorite. Mostly the books just started feeling the same a little bit.
I thought that happens sometimes.
That vibe.
Oh, I was just saying that happens sometimes with long series.
Yeah. Well, I only got like 4 books in.
Oh.
That, and I don't like the it's a very weird take on like Greek/Roman mythology. I can't remember which. And every time they try to explain the mythology, I was like, I don't get it. And I'd have to like try and relearn it every book, and I was just like, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's tough. Ooh, oh my god, I almost dropped the journal I'm holding. Let me put it down.
Yeah.
Okay, all I did was talk to my mom on the last sprint, but hopefully in the next sprint I can get some reading in. Yes, I hope you can get some reading in, but listen, it doesn't have to all be productive. You can just relax, hang out. All is welcome. I track on Goodreads and Storygraph, and that's all I can do. When I'm done with the book, I just want to start on the next one. LOL. That's what I used to do. For a long time, I would just be like, okay, marked, currently reading, read, done, want to read, done. Like, very simple. I also got a lot of books from Storygraph reading challenges. It really scratches my mood reading itch, and I love going into books blind. Yeah, I want to go into more books blind because I feel like I have so many opinions already on a lot of the books that I read. But I do tend to read things that aren't in like the mainstream, like this is the most popular. Like every month I'll read usually at least one book that's like, okay, this book is being talked about. I think last month it was maybe The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Everybody was talking about that because romantasy is really big right now. But I also read other books. I read a poetry collection called Unraveling. Nobody's talking about that. I read some graphic novels that like some from publishers, bigger publishers, some that are just obscure. So I like to vary things up. I like to try out what's popular and hype because I get FOMO. But
yeah,
I'm like, what is this about?
I very much cannot read things once I hear something about anything about a book. And so it's pretty much once I hear someone talk about something or it starts getting hyped, I'm like, I lose almost all interest, which is why I stopped following authors who are hyping books, because it was like the more I saw it, the more I was just like, nah.
Yeah, it's like your brain is like, I've already read this basically.
Yeah,
exactly. I think you've already gotten through it, yeah.
Yeah, so like last month, I'm trying to do an in-person book club. And so last month, that's hosted by a local bookstore. So last month they did Fight by Sloane St. James.
Oh, okay.
That's the firefighter. The cover is kind of that like kind of weathered, kind of old art style. Love the cover. I love that style of art. But just the book, I was like halfway through it, I was just like, if I wasn't trying to read this for book club, I'm not sure I would have gotten this far or even finished it. But like, I want to do things like that in person and like have social book clubs.
Interaction with it. Yeah. I feel like it's nice to branch out too, because it like pushes you out of your comfort zone with your reading taste, I think. And me too. I mean, I don't read, I mean, I do read a lot of romance. Don't get me wrong. I read a lot of romance, but it's not, it's like one of 3 primary genres for me. But I am like branching out and I'm trying out like mysteries and thrillers and stuff like that because they're books that I almost never pick up. But I have a booktube friend who her favorite genres are mystery and thriller. So I've like been like, here, you try historical fiction. I'm gonna try the thriller, see how we feel, like branch out a little bit. And yeah, and then we'd like buddy read them together. But I think that's always fun to like branch out.
Yeah. So I mean, when I branch out, I'm mostly just picking a different type of romance, but I do every once in a while I'll pick up a nonfiction self-help type book just to kind of see if I can put new skills in my tool belt. But that's also just, I was in education for a while, so it's like wanting to learn is just always a thing for me. And then I kind of just, if I want something a little bit different, I'll just go a little bit more traditional fantasy, like without the romantasy aspects. But I have read a handful of thrillers and I do enjoy them. I just find that now that I'm in kind of a different life stage where it just kind of like gives me anxiety and like, I'm just like, it's not quite as fun.
No, I completely respect that. I mean, for me, certain thrillers get under my skin. There are certain things that I can't watch or read about because I'm like, no, the line has to be drawn here. My mental like sanity is not going to be well if I read this or watch this.
Yeah.
But
I feel like and there's so many people that are like, I feel like I'm not alone, but it's like some of those other genre types I like in different media. So like I love like cop and lawyer drama TV shows.
Like NCIS kind of?
Yeah, NCIS. Like I've watched, well, I don't know where I'm up to in NCIS because I was like keeping up with it live for a while and then I fell off of it. And then I've never like gone back to figure out where I left off to like continue watching it on Netflix. But
oh, no.
But I just finished. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna agree with you. That's it.
Yeah.
I tend to pick up like different things more in other media for sure. I like have read or listened to like some like I guess it would fit the genre of psychological thriller, but they're like crime podcasts, right?
Mhm.
It was a book. But I don't know. I like to read a variety of things. I'm currently listening to the audiobook of Free by Amanda Knox. That's what I've been listening to in the sprints. So I love memoirs. That's like my favorite nonfiction thing. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, one of my favorite books of all time. Of all time. And I feel like I'm a lot pickier about my romances because it is one of my favorite genres. That anything else, I'm like more willing to give it like, I guess it's flowers, give it a chance, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
I love the romantic. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I love the romantic suspense subgenre. Kendra, is that supposed to be Kendra? Elliot and Melinda Lee are my favorites. And then question for you. Have you read any of J.D. Robb's In Death series? It's a romantic suspense, but more on the police procedural side of suspense. It's set in the distant future, so it also has sci-fi aspects.
I have not. Isn't that Nora Roberts' pen name?
Is it?
Well, I don't know. I feel like it is, but I could be wrong. But no, I haven't. I haven't picked up too many like super like other than those series that I listed. I haven't gotten too far back in the spelunking era.
Yes, Nora Roberts' pen name. Perfect.
Yeah.
And the early books were in so long ago that they have some of those early 2000s vibes. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in this. I am getting more into like thrillers, like I mentioned, and then I do enjoy sci-fi. I read just a lot of different things. I read mostly historical fiction and romance. So, and then a lot of the historical fiction has like romantic subplot.
Yeah.
So, very interesting. Okay, we can do. I think we're supposed to stop in like 10 minutes because I think someone else is going live at 7 p or 8, 6, 7, 8, or is it 7 or 8? I'm so confused about the times.
So we're supposed to go until 7 p.m. Central, which would be
8 p.m. here. Okay.
8 p.m. for us.
Okay, perfect. So we have plenty of time then. I was like panicked that we were not gonna have time for more sprints, but no, the time zones are really messing me up.
Yeah, it took me a while when I first like was doing live sprints and stuff of like, oh, what time is what? Being pretty much always on the East Coast, but then now I have friends in different time zones, and my job is always making me have to think about different time zones, and it's a skill.
It's definitely tricky. It's 1 hour difference. It shouldn't be this hard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I thought it was thinking 7 p.m. right, and then that's 7 p.m. CDT, so that's not it. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch over. I'm kind of bored of working on this. So I'm gonna switch over to a coloring book and just mindlessly color because that's kind of what I'm feeling like. And then I'm gonna continue my audiobook. But yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna finish dinner. So dinner part 2. I always end up eating dinner in shifts. It's a joy. But
I do that too. I'm the worst, but I'm like, I ate the protein. I ate the veggie. Like all's broken up.
Exactly. Yeah. So finish dinner and then my knitting's like staring at me, so I'll pick that up.
Awesome. Sounds good. Let's go for 20 minutes and then check back in.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I was grabbing my, I was finishing dinner and then grabbing all of my dozens of like coloring books, and then I have one connected dots book.
Okay, nice.
Quite the collection here.
Yeah.
Amanda said, sorry I was gone again. My dad called me. Apparently both my parents needed me tonight. Also, Nora Roberts is one of my favorite authors. I love the In Death series under her pen name. It's so good. Oh, unfortunately I have to head out, but hope you all have fun. Well, if I missed you, bye. But if you see this on the playback, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah.
Okay. I have choices.
All right. Let's run through them.
Yes. So I went through a phase of like wanting to have a bunch of coloring books, and then I barely color in them. But sort of my life. This is like a Disney one. This is Thomas Kincaid. It's like got Belle on the cover here.
Nice.
I think the problem with this is that, look, do you see how small some of the coloring areas are?
Yeah.
They're really small areas, so it's hard for me to color.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also have another Thomas Kincaid Disney coloring book. This one's got Snow White on the cover. And this one's a little bit bigger, so it's got more pages to color. I have this one I've colored in a lot. My Secret Bookish Life.
Nice.
And then I have the official Bridgerton coloring book, because I love Bridgerton, and it's so beautiful to color all those like gowns and stuff. Like, I love that. And then the last coloring book, we're almost done, is this like nature theme one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Love and Peace ... book, and I've done a lot of these, and then I want to color them in after.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm choosing from all those options.
Yep, that's a lot of options.
Yeah, I've collected these over the last like few years. I love listening to audiobooks while I color and stuff. But I've filled some of them in, like you can see on this page. That's fully colored in.
Yeah. That's a commitment.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I use markers on some of the pages, and I wish I had it, but it's fine because it kind of bleeds through. There's like a black page behind each of them, so it doesn't ruin the drawings, but it kind of bleeds through the black page, and it doesn't look as nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how was your dinner?
It was good, and then I got a little bit of my kitchen cleaned up, not completely, but it's a work in progress. So yeah, that's what we're going. And then I just sat down to start knitting, and I have a lot to go before this is ready for me to make the hat. I was a little sad because I needed to redo it.
Oh.
Or I should say I had to do it again because the first one I did was too loose, and it looked too loose. And so and then if it's too loose, then I end up making the wrong size. So it ends up being too big. So it's just one of those things that you never really know until you get into a craft, some of the quagmires that you can get into. And so right now I watch a lot of knitting YouTube because I have so much that I have to like fill in gaps and learn.
Gotcha. I see.
Be second nature. So I'm hoping that this time around, it'll be the right size.
I hope so. I'm trying to figure out, I might work on I don't know how many of the connected dots I have left, actually. Let me see. I don't have many of these. I usually pick up the connected dots. Oh, I've also colored in. Like, that is all colored in. That was a connected dots. I colored in. Because I want to get more connected dot books. I love them so much. Difficult, but some of them are difficult. Some of them are easy.
Yeah, those are much more, I find, engaging, but I'm also just like a math person in general, so I'm like, give me analytical stuff.
I mean, see, I love coloring because I can turn my brain off. Like, I'm always using my brain. I'm always, you know, for something. And I'm not a math person. I'm doing my master's in counseling, which that requires some statistics, and that class was horrendous.
Yeah. See, I got a master's in chemistry and was a college professor for chemistry, and now I tutor basically anything STEM. So,
oh wow,
I love math and science, and so when I started coloring, I was like, this isn't engaging enough. I started knitting because I needed something to do during office hours, because half of office hours is trying not to stare awkwardly at your students, but being ready to answer questions and not like distracted by something else, which knitting was perfect for. And it's much more of an engaging craft for me.
I got that. That's kind of what my reading journal is. It's more engaging because I'm like thinking about the spreads really hard, trying to think of like, where's the washi tape gonna go? Where am I doing my spreads? Like, what am I including here? So that's more using my brain power. I mean, I like to color when I'm listening to an audiobook, because if I'm just coloring, I'm not gonna be engaged, right?
Yeah.
If I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm like, okay, I'm like doing 2 tasks. I feel fulfilled enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've actually filled in. I was like, flipping through all the spreads. That's what I've been doing, and I think I filled in, like, draw them all in, which is insane. I think that's why I started coloring them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might try one of the Disney ones or the Bridgerton one. Actually, that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. I've colored in quite a bit of this one, and I don't want to run out of like bookish ones because I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Especially as like big reader and stuff, I think that's really cool. It was a gift for Christmas or for my birthday, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's get started with the Bridgerton one, and then we can go for like 20 minutes and then check back in.
Yeah, that works.
Perfect. Let me stop this and start. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah.
I made some progress with my coloring, so that was good. I'm
Nice.
coloring this page right here. I'm coloring the sky right now, but I already colored in during this sprint like these barriers back here, like the little pillars.
Nice. That's almost done.
Yeah, I mean, it's got quite a long way to go with coloring and stuff. I've only colored like Daphne and Simon.
Yeah.
And then on this
Maybe
spread,
that's important.
but made some progress. I colored some of the plants too.
Good. Yeah. Okay.
Going.
I didn't do too much. I wanted to finish cleaning up the kitchen, so I did a couple rows, and then I cleaned, and then I think I'm on my second row after sitting back down.
Yes, I did see you left, but I'm like, okay, she's probably cleaning her kitchen.
Yeah. The other times I've just turned off my camera, but it wasn't. It's not like when I was eating that y'all don't need to see me eating. But this is my little tester.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yeah,
I'm so fascinated by like knitting the whole process. Like, it's not something that I have. Like, no one in my family has ever been like knitting people. My grandmother, she used to sew. That was her thing. She would sew a lot. She would sew by hand and by machine, and that was like her job. That's what she did. But yeah, so I think knitting is fascinating to me because everyone's like, yeah, my grandma knits, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
My grandma sewed. That's when she was able to. But
yeah, my grandma taught me when I was young, but back then, I mean, I had school, I had activities, and back then I was much more. I don't want to say like I had activities and I had things, and so
you're busy.
And I didn't quite get I guess when you're so young, you don't understand all the things that you can do, and I wasn't very creative, and it wasn't until I really started to have something to do with my hands, and I was like, with how much I like audiobooks and with how much I was like, I think this would be a good hobby. And then I started seeing what other people could do. And in particular, like knitting sweaters. I saw some of the things that people can make. And I was like, yeah, I want that.
That's so cool.
So yeah, I was hoping for it to be a little bit chillier here. We had a couple of like cool-ish days earlier in the week. Because I had just finished a sweater that's in cotton. It's 100% cotton, so it would have been a good weight to wear if it was like in the 70s or 60s. But today we got up to 87, so I wasn't able to wear the sweater today.
Are you up like somewhere further up north?
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati, so.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, we don't get sweater weather here. Miami doesn't. Miami doesn't do that. We get like it's slightly cool in January, February.
Yeah, no, I'm up in the Midwest, so we're kind of what I call no man's land. Well, specifically Cincinnati feels like no man's land in general, but we get like really hot summers. We kind of get snow. We also kind of just are gray and it doesn't want to snow. So we're in a valley, so clouds come in, they never leave. I've lived in like further north off of the lake, and you get so much lake effect snow, it like will dump 8 inches in a flash. But then it's so windy, all of the clouds blow out, and that doesn't happen here. But
interesting. No, I mean, I've visited places where it's been snowing, but I've never seen snow like at home, like no will. Oh, thank you, Kitty. Yeah, no, it's hot. Actually, today it wasn't like it wasn't in the 90s because it's been raining because we're in our rainy season, the hurricane rainy season right now. So it's raining every single day, all of the time. And then it's sunny, and then it's raining because that's Florida for you. Sunny, 30 minutes later, rain. So that's what we've had going on. So it's meant that it hasn't been so hot, but it's been in the upper 80s still.
Yeah.
I'm also lucky enough that I live like, I don't live super coastal, but I live like on the East Coast, so closer to, I guess, coastal. Whereas like Orlando area, that gets very, very hot, even hotter than Miami, I would say, because there's no like ocean breeze at all.
Yeah. The thing about here, and no one thinks it, it's so humid here. So
I can see that.
Yeah, we're on a river. But like I've also lived in South Carolina, and the humidity was worse here than it was in South Carolina for me. Well, the part of South Carolina I was in.
I mean, yeah, I think that makes sense. Some areas of South Carolina are just not going to have a lot of humidity. We also have, like, it's every day, it's also foggy because of the humidity. So we have high levels of that here for sure.
Yeah.
And then it rains. In the winter, where everyone else is getting snow because we're getting that precipitation, we're dry. That's our dry season. So even if we were cold enough here, which we never are, we would not get any kind of snow or hail or sleet or anything like that because it just doesn't rain.
Yeah.
That's why when everyone's like, yes, summer, like I can finally go out and do things again, I'm like, oh no, it's going to be raining every day. I can't go out anywhere, or it's going to be 100 degrees. Like,
yeah, well, we don't get too many in the hundreds, but we get high 90s a lot.
I wouldn't say we get too much in the hundreds. I'd say that, again, that's more Central Florida, like more in the middle of the state gets in the hundreds, and Texas gets really bad.
Yeah.
But we don't, because we're surrounded by so much water and we're always being drenched in water that it doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
More in the 90s, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, if anyone else wants to share anything they've been up to, or if they're just locked down in focus mode, I've been like, I want to color so bad that I've been like looking down at color.
Yeah. I mean, I'm multitasking, but that's the benefit of knitting.
Finally finished work, now to knit my heart out. I love that for you, Kay. I'm so excited for you.
Nice.
I would love an update on what you're trying to knit.
Yes, I want to know too.
I'm just chilling with my and my audiobook updates. I've been listening to Free by Amanda Knox. I don't know if you know the story of how she was like accused of murdering her roommate and stuff like that. Well, she wrote a memoir and I got access to it on Libro FM, so I've been listening to her narrating it. And it's interesting to hear her perspective on the story because she was falsely accused. Or rather, like basically that's what it seems like from what she said and from the fact that obviously her sentencing was overturned. But yeah, so it's interesting to hear her perspective on it. Definitely is a difficult read, but it's one of my prompts for the month, so I picked out like to read a nonfiction book. That's why I'm picking it up. And it's a really good one. I'm liking it so far. Memoirs are usually like, with a few exceptions, memoirs are usually a win for me.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't picked up my audiobook today, but my current audiobook is something, The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy or something.
Oh, that one's been going around. Yes, I know.
Yeah, it's The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. So I put it on hold after doing a Barnes & Noble browse. I think it was at the beginning of August. No, I think it was longer ago than the beginning of August. Maybe it was like mid-July. Anyway, I don't quite remember when I went, but I put it on hold at my library because I wasn't going to buy it.
Of course, yeah.
For audio, and It's mostly been fun. I'm pretty sure it was originally a Hermione fanfic
Yes, I have heard that.
that got converted, and I don't read fanfic, and it's still like, even though they adapted it for publishing, so it's not officially a Hermione anymore, it feels like a fanfic, and I don't love it. So
this movement that's been happening of republishing like fan fictions, specifically Harry Potter, Hermione fan fictions, as new like works and all of that, I don't know, I'm not into it.
yeah, I like
it.
I never picked up a fanfic because I was very convinced that it wasn't like, I don't reread very often. I don't want to revisit stories. So the whole purpose of fanfic, of like seeing your characters again, I was like, that doesn't appeal to me.
See, I like fan fiction. I just think it should stay as fan fiction.
Yeah.
Instead of being published, because I don't know, I have weird feelings on that, because then we're perpetuating Harry Potter, which I don't want to support the author for that. And then also it's like there's all these writers that have all these new ideas and things that aren't getting the opportunity to be published, and you're prioritizing this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts. I know some people have really loved it, but it's gotten some mixed ratings from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's fine. For it being a quote unquote Hermione, the heroine, it is Hermione. And she's a medical researcher in this magical realm type thing. And so the scientific aspect of it's well done. There's other stories that the way they portray science just doesn't work for me, because I know too much about it. So it feels very real. The hero does not read as a Draco. So
got it.
I think that's where it falls a little, like, in addition to me just not liking fanfic, that's a caveat that I am kind of like, well, if we're going to be a fanfic, like, can we at least be like pretty like true to characters? Or just
I think I had to try to change him up though, because it was getting traditionally published.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It just, I get what you're saying. I just think that they had to make more changes, because if not, it would be like, oh, you literally just publish fanfic with the names changed.
Yeah.
Which leads to lawsuits and stuff for the publishers and for the authors.
Yeah. So, but there's so many other aspects where, and I haven't interacted with Harry Potter since I was young, but they have like the shadow familiar type things that Harry Potter had, and like so there's a lot of things that are still feel very called back to then, that some of those items could change with you still having a Draco character. But
yeah, if he was more true to character.
Yeah. But it's kind of just a weird hodgepodge. It's not my favorite. I'm enjoying it as an audiobook. It has some weird writing quirks too, so but it works for an audio to have something in the ears.
I mean, I've been like loving my audiobook, and then I'm still physically reading a book. So I've been reading this book since July. Don't worry, I've read other things since then. I just keep putting it down and then not picking it back up. I read a whole like 2 or 3 other books physically that I just finished them, and I still haven't finished this book since July. And it's a historical fiction. I'm liking it. I'm like, oh, I gotta read this first. Oh, gotta do that first. And then it just has gotten pushed back to the side that I haven't like finished it. It's a book called Vera by Carol Edgarian. I still need to finish that. I want to finish that in September. But also at this point, I'm like, I want to do like my cozy fall reads. So I'm getting back into like reading more cozy fantasies and mysteries and stuff like that have like a romantic subplot, but or even ones without romantic subplots. But I'm in the mood for those. And I'm also in the mood to be experimenting more with thrillers and mysteries, because again, we don't get a traditional fall here, but I'm trying to simulate the fall feeling for myself. and those are books that I gravitate towards in the fall time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I have to finish this book, and I read another book, which is a romance, the second book in the Brown Sisters trilogy, Take a Hint, Danny Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just read that one. Now I've finished the whole trilogy. I adore those books, but they are pretty like mainstream, known and talked about.
Yeah.
But I finished that up because I was like, okay, let's wrap this up. This is like a summer read still. And I'm trying to wrap up like my summery reads and transition into more fall themed ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think starting about the second week in August, I was like, I guess more fall themed for me. So I was like, I want kind of like campgrounds, campfire type things, because we would always do campfires in the fall. Or like just a barbecue or a fire in the backyard. And so like, I don't know, for some reason I want like camp vibes. So I'm reading Kate Claiborne's Luck of the Draw, which I've read one other book by her that I enjoyed. But she's local, and so she had signed a copy at one of the local bookstores. So I had bought that. So that's my physical book, and I just am always slower reading a physical book than an ebook or an audiobook.
Me too, 100%. The thing that I would do is like make hot chocolate, like do that, like fake fireplace because it's too hot for that here, but like fireplace on the TV kind of vibe. So that's the kind of stuff that makes me think of fall. So I have a book, I don't know where it is. I think it's on my TBR cart over there. I'm gonna go grab it. It's like 2 steps from me, but it's like coffee shop in an alternate universe, and it's fantasy, like cozy fantasy, and I'm like, this feels like fall. This feels like a warm hug. I'm excited to dive into it. It's right here.
Yeah.
Like, this was a blind date with a book that I got, and I added it to my September TBR. So this is like what I'm in the mood to be reading right now. Things like this.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that cover.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out. I haven't heard too many people talking about it though. Like, there's always so many new releases that I think just the most popular ones get like the rounds, and then the other ones just kind of get neglected a little bit.
Yeah, I think it also depends on what corner of the internet you're on as well.
Well, I also follow some people that don't always read the most popular books, so I think that might also be why I haven't seen this one talked about.
Yeah.
Like, I know that Jen doesn't read like, oh my gosh, hi Jess, how are you? I know that like Jen, the book refuge, she doesn't read like, yeah, she reads popular stuff, but she also reads more like indie published books and romances and things like that.
Yeah.
And I follow a lot of people that are also like smaller creators, and a lot of us just read whatever,
Yeah.
indie stuff, whatever we're feeling. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't start another sprint because it is almost 8 o'clock, so I know that the next people are going to be going live soon.
Yes, I'm gonna hop over there because I said I would be on that one too. So it was fun chatting. I think I'm on with you tomorrow as well.
Yes, and that's a later one.
Yeah, I'm going a day at a time, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think I signed up to host today and tomorrow. And then Sunday, I signed up as a guest for the last, like the closing sprints. Oh, are you guys done? LOL, who else is streaming? So this is a big event. It's a Craft-A-Thon, read-a-thon thing. So we're all like crafting, not really reading necessarily, but all crafting and then reading if we want to. We're almost done. We've got it's about 8 o'clock. So I'm finishing up now because someone else is going on. But who is going on at 8?
I put the link in the chat. It is Life Between the Pages, who is Serafina.
Yeah, Serafina is going to be sprinting. So we're like crafting. Some of us are reading. I was listening to my audiobook.
Mhm.
But yeah, we are doing it as part of a big event that's being hosted by the Book Refuge, if you don't know her channel. Okay. And I'll be going live again at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. That's what you were asking me about earlier. So we'll be doing some more reading, crafting then. But yeah, if you want to hop over, you can definitely check out the other sprint, or if not, you can hop in tomorrow if you're interested.
Anyway, bye y'all.
Bye.